Happy Earth Day 2025 from Ketchikan, Alaska. It is an overcast day here, but it is always so gorgeous. And so just wanted to mark the day, send the earth some love, send anyone who wanted to get in a little flow some love. And so this will be a pretty gentle practice. You won't need any blocks, you won't need any additional props. And as always, if something that I'm suggesting isn't resonating with you, please modify so that it does. And we might have some visitors because my puppies are wandering around. Here comes Millie. So go ahead and we're gonna actually get started on our backs. So you can make your way there. If it feels okay, I'd like you to bend your knees and place the soles of the feet on the floor. And flip the palms down to the earth. Take a couple breaths here, just noticing where your body is meeting the mat. Start to apply a small amount of pressure between the palms and the floor. We're going to really stay pretty close to the earth today. Let's bring some awareness to our breath, just noting this ebb and flow, this in and out. We'll start to take in a deeper breath now. So as you bring air in, allow the belly to really fill up like a big, big balloon. And as you exhale, let it go softly from the nose and see if you can release a little bit of tension, allowing yourself to come in more contact with the earth. We'll just keep taking that nice deep inhale. Slow, soft exhale. Continue to sink. Starting to bring our attention inward. Notice what there is to notice about the internal landscape of our being. Taking note of how the physical body is feeling today in this moment. Taking the opportunity also to check in with the emotional and the spiritual bodies. And knowing that however you're showing up on your mat is exactly as it should be. We'll be here for about 3 more breaths. At the very top of your next inhale, after your belly is full with breath, I invite you to hold that breath in. Hold it for as long as it feels right for your body. When it's time to release, open the mouth and sigh it out with an HA. Take that exact same breath 2 more times. Deep inhale, holding, exhaling from the mouth. When you're ready, one more time. And then letting the breath just be easy in its own rhythm. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now is a nice time to do so. An intention can be a word, a prayer, or a mantra. Maybe something that you wish to bring into your life right now, or maybe something that you wish to release. And if nothing comes to you, that's okay too. We'll just keep coming back to our breath throughout our practice, keeping us anchored in the moment and honoring this connection to the earth. If your eyes are closed, gently begin to blink them open. Let the light of the room in. We're going to stay right where we are, right on our backs. And I'd like you to keep your gaze at the ceiling above you or the sky if you're lucky enough to do this outside. And we're going to take some supine cat-cows. So I'd like you just to bring your awareness to your pelvic bowl first and how that low back, that tailbone space is probably meeting the earth. And just take notice too then of the space between your low back and the mat. You can even slip your hand underneath there. Just notice what kind of distance there is. And then as we breathe in, we're gonna arch the belly toward the sky as our pelvis tilts, right? So our tailbone is tilting toward the earth and we create a bigger arch in the back. And then as you exhale, draw that belly button all the way back down toward the mat, and your pelvis is now going to tilt up. You're kind of lifting those sits bones toward the sky. Really contract. And then inhale again, return, belly lifts, tailbone arches back. Exhale, bring your body into that cat-like back, but on the mat, right? Keep moving with your breath here, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhale and exhale. And then let your body just kind of fall into its natural shape. So kind of coming between those two extremes, right? Your belly's not really pulling up. It's not really pressing down into the earth. It's just in its sort of natural shape, and just feel into that for a moment. Reconnect with the earth through the palms, maybe wiggle the toes, really plant them down onto the earth. And apply a small amount of pressure between your feet and your palms, into the mat, into the earth, into the space beneath you. And then we're going to bring each knee in toward the chest. You can hold on to the knees if you'd like to. And we're just going to take a little gentle rock from side to side, giving our low back a little massage. And then releasing the knees just a smidge away from the chest so that they're pointing toward the sky, with the hands right on top of the kneecaps, and start to create little circles, massaging now that sacrum space. And then we'll switch and make circles in the other direction. And then we'll pause right through center. We're going to begin to rock and roll into a seat. If that doesn't work for you, you can always just roll to the side and come into your seat. But if it feels okay, you can just rock and roll, massaging up and down the spine. And when you feel ready, you're going to come all the way up into your seated position. So once you find your seat, we're just going to check in with that alignment. So noticing where the sits bones are, really plugging them in, stacking hips, stacking shoulders, and finding a lift through the crown of the head. You might find that your chin draws back just a little bit so that the back of the neck can be nice and long. And then check in with that center line of alignment from the root chakra of our tailbone area all the way up through the body to the crown. And then see if you can draw that energy back down. And then we'll connect that with our breath. So as you inhale, draw the energy up from the root to the crown. And as you exhale, press it back down. Draw in that breath again. And exhale, press it down. We're gonna take some seated cat-cows now. So just like when we were on our back, as we inhale, the belly button's gonna pull forward. We're gonna arch through that back. Maybe now bring the shoulder blades onto the back, maybe gazing at the sky. As you exhale, we're gonna round through the spine, pulling the navel back, 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 rounding, bringing the chin in toward the chest. Then your inhale draws the heart forward again, and your exhale presses it away. One more time, inhale and exhale. Making our way back to that neutral spine, we're gonna find ourselves in a tabletop position. So swinging the legs around. And then we're gonna sit the hips back into a child's pose. So go ahead and sink the hips back, lower the chest, lower the forehead to the floor. Taking in that nice deep breath along the spine. And turning on that Ujjayi breath now, if you haven't already done so. So the breath that comes in and out of the nose, a little constriction in the back of the throat, allowing some heat to be built. We're gonna come into a watery little flow here. So as you inhale, I'd like you to rise up into a tabletop position. Bring the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. And right away, find your cow pose. So heart is gonna shine and tailbone's gonna lift. As you exhale, press the earth away, round through the spine, and then send the hips back toward the heels in a child's pose. Inhale, draw the heart forward right away into your cow. Exhale, press the earth away, round back, child's pose. Keep moving with your breath here. We'll be here for about 3 more rounds. Always an option to close the eyes. Keep turning your attention inward. See if you can find that audible quality of the Ujjayi breathing. The next time you find yourself in that cow posture, go ahead and pause there. Heart is going to shine, tailbone's gonna lift. This time we're gonna tuck the toes underneath. Let's take a deep breath in here again. This time as you exhale, lift the hips, find downward facing dog. We're adding on to this little flow. Inhale, knees return to the earth in that tabletop. And exhale, press back into child's pose. Inhale, make your way to cow, heart shines, tailbone lifts, tucking the toes. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees to the earth. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, draw the heart forward, find your cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep moving through this flow about 3-ish more times. Let your breath be your guide.
all gonna meet in downward facing dog. So there's no rush. Finish out wherever you are in the sequence and make your way there. We'll all meet up. Once you find downward facing dog, give yourself a moment or two to pedal the legs out. Maybe bend both knees nice and deep. Once you have worked out your dog enough, find yourself in some stillness, and then spread all 10 fingers, really press the earth away. Send the tailbone high behind you. We're gonna take another deep breath in here, and as we do, rise onto the balls of your feet, then bring your gaze with your hands. And as you exhale, walk the feet toward the top of the mat, nice and slow. Keep the body hanging over the legs. In our forward fold, we just want to release the back, release the head. Let the hands drip onto the mat. And then we'd like to bring some of the weight into the ball of the feet. Once we do that, we want to bring our hips in alignment with the ankles. And then from that hip crease, think about just kind of shaking the torso out, giving it a little shake. Imagine that you can release anything that isn't serving you. Just kind of shake it out, nice and gentle. And then slow that bobbing down till your body comes into stillness. We're going to take something called an earth breath here. So I'd like you to bend your knees nice and deep so that your belly, maybe even your ribs and chest, make contact with your upper legs. Allow the chin to come in toward your chest a little bit more so that the crown of the head really releases to the mat. And we want our hands to be on the earth. Maybe it's not the palms, maybe it's just the fingertips, whatever it is, we want to stay connected. And as we inhale, we'll slightly begin to straighten the knees, bring the back flat. It'll be at a pretty serious diagonal, but we want to stay connected. And as you exhale, allow the spine to round, being supported by those upper legs. Let the crown of the head pull toward the earth. And again, inhale, and as if you could draw the energy from the earth into the palms and the soles of the feet, into the body. And then as you exhale, press that love back down into her. A couple more times here. Inhale, draw the back flat. Exhale, release. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. This time, as you breathe in, begin to roll through the spine to your Tadasana. Take all the time that you'd like. When you arrive at the top, give yourself a moment or two, make the adjustments that you need to make. Let the blood and the energy flow where it needs to flow. And then finding that really strong mountain pose. Bringing the feet hippish width apart, a little softness in the knees, and then think about lengthening the tailbone to the floor. Your low belly might pull in a little bit. We want just a smidge of engagement here. And then as you inhale, draw the shoulders toward the ears. As you exhale, let the shoulder blades come onto the back. Palms will face me. If it feels okay, I invite you to close your eyes here and bring your awareness to the soles of the feet. And now with that connection to the earth there, inhale, draw the energy all the way up the body to the crown of the head. Feel a lift as you do. And as you exhale, allow that energy to descend down through you and into the earth. Take another round of breath just like that. And then taking something we're going to call an earth salutation. In that strong mountain pose, firmly rooted into the earth, inhale, flow the arms out and up to the sky.
And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart as you fold over the legs.
When you do, bend the knees nice and deep. Bring the hands to the earth. Release the spine over the body. And inhale, draw the earth's energy into the body. Bring your body into that half earth lift. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, we're going to roll to stand with the length of that inhale matching the roll to Tadasana.
Exhale once you arrive. Again, inhale, extending the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, hinging, bowing down to the earth, hands and feet connected, knees bent. Inhale, draw the energy up, back is flat. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, make your way to stand. The length of the inhale matches the length of the roll. Exhale, let it go at the top. And one more time. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale that earth breath. Exhale, let it go. Stay here in this forward fold, this supported forward fold. We'll take a nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat and bring the left knee down to the floor. We're going to find that low lunge. So coming up over the hips when you're ready. And I'm going to face you and mirror you. So your right leg is forward, your left knee is on the mat. Connecting in or checking in with those points of connection again, right? So the right foot is really plugged into the earth. You're drawing the heel of that right foot back, engaging in through different parts of your legs, and then really lengthening that tailbone toward the floor. As you inhale, draw the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, find that cactus shape in the arms. So elbows come down at a 90, shoulder blades are onto the back, opening up across the chest. And then as you open up, at the same time, try to knit those ribs together and find some engagement in that low belly. 2 more breaths here. With your next inhale, send the arms high again. And exhale, bring the hands to the hips. We're gonna spin on that left knee. So we're gonna spin toward our left. That left foot's gonna come behind us, and the right leg is going to come out to the side. So we're gonna find ourselves in a gate pose. I'm gonna switch my angle so you can see what I'm doing here. And then we're gonna inhale, flow the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes to that right leg, reaching up to those left fingertips, and exhale, bending toward our right. Breathing into those left side ribs all the way, almost down to that left knee on the floor, right? Seeing if you can get this really nice, almost full body stretch. One more round of breath here. With your next inhale, bring both arms back up overhead, and it's like we're gonna teeter-totter. Left arm's gonna come down, we're gonna go with our weight, lift that top leg off of the floor, and our right arm is going to go to the sky, sort of like a modified, or a modified like a Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, right? And then we're gonna go between these 2 postures. Stay here for another round of breath. Deep breath in again. Exhale, begin to lift through that top hand, land that left foot or right foot on the mat, and reach the left fingertips, bending now toward our right again. Inhale, come back up through center. Begin to lean toward our left, lifting that right foot off of the earth. Last breath in.
Exhale, bring the top foot to the mat. Bring the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, send the hips back toward that left heel and find a modified child's pose. Release the heart, the forehead toward the earth. Breathe nice and deep into that inner right leg. Let your next inhale draw you up into a modified tabletop. So stacking the shoulders and the wrists and the left hip over the knee. We're gonna take some funky cat-cows here. So as you inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine. I'll come into a side perspective for you. Inhale again, heart lift or heart shines, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round. One more round of breath in and out. Coming into stillness, that right leg is still extended. We're going to take some threading of the needle. So as you inhale, lift the right arm high to the sky as you twist toward that extended right leg. And then exhale, we're gonna thread that arm underneath the left armpit, but not bring it down. We're just reaching toward the left. And then inhale, peel that arm high again. Exhale, thread underneath the left, reach. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, lower it down to the floor. Slide the right knee underneath you and orient yourself toward the top of your mat. Sit the hips back, find child's pose. We'll be here in child's pose for about 3 breaths. Let your next inhale draw the body into that tabletop position. And we're gonna go through that little flow we started with. So let's inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the tailbone, tuck the toes, exhale, press back down dog. Inhale, knees to the earth. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, find cow. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale, knees down, hips back. Inhale into cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll stop here. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet and gaze at your hands. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Bend the knees, chest, belly toward the legs, head droops. Inhale, 1 earth breath. Exhale, release over the legs. Inhale here, staying connected to the earth. And then exhale, send the left foot back send the right foot back in space, lowering the right knee down into that low lunge. Rise up over the hips. Doing all of those small little checks that we did at the beginning, plugging the left foot in and drawing it back toward the body, and then lengthening the tailbone to the floor. With your next inhale, let's draw the arms out and up overhead, and then exhale into that cactus shape. Next breath in, send the arms high to the sky again. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. This time we're spinning on that back right knee. So we're spinning toward our right as we extend the right leg out to the side. So we're staying aligned over that bent knee. We're just extending nice and long with the sole of the foot on the floor. Toes are pointing forward. So I'll spin my body again so you can see that. Sole of the foot flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. And then we'll inhale, flow the arms out and up. Exhale, left hand to the left leg, reach the right fingertips and then bend toward your left. Think about keeping your top shoulder and your bottom shoulder stacked on top of one another, not hinging over or pulling too much back. And then just really think about breathing into those right side ribs. Let your next inhale float the arms back up through center. And just like we did on the other side, begin to hinge toward your right. And as you do, lift that top leg high. Pulling those top toes back towards your face and reaching up through the left fingertips. Let your next inhale draw the body back up, planting that left foot, both arms lift. Exhaling, left hand to left leg, bending toward the left. One more time. Inhale, bring the arms up, hinging toward your right and lifting that left leg. Inhaling, bringing the hands back through center, planting that left foot firmly on the floor. And then exhaling, send the hips back toward that right heel, extending the arms out in front of you in a modified child's pose. Breathe nice and deep into that inner left leg. Let your next breath rise your body up into a modified tabletop, stacking wrists and shoulders, that bottom knee and top hip. And then taking this modified cat-cow, so the range of motion is going to be a lot smaller. As you inhale, draw the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, lengthen the tailbone to the floor and press the earth away. Inhale again, find that modified cow pose. Exhale, press. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Making our way back to that neutral spine. We'll inhale, float the left arm high as we twist toward our left. Exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right armpit, curling, 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 and pulling or pressing those left fingertips toward our right. And then inhale, peel the arm back up to the sky into that twist. Exhale, thread it underneath the armpit. One more time, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, lift the left arm high. Exhale, float it down underneath the left shoulder, slide the left knee under the hip, orient yourself to the top of your mat, and press back, find child's pose. Once you find your child's pose, just come to awareness of those points of contact between you and the earth. See if we can cultivate a sense of gratitude for all that she does for us. See if we can send that gratitude down through the earth with our breath and our touch. With your next breath in, really fill up that whole belly with breath, and at the top, hold the breath in. When you're ready to release, open the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more times, just like that. After your 3rd round, Find your way to your tabletop position. Once you find tabletop, we'll tuck the toes underneath, draw a nice deep breath in, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift and gaze forward. Exhale, gently make your way to the top of the mat. Bending the knees, bringing the belly and the ribs to the thighs. Release the head toward the earth, palms and feet touching. Inhale, find your half lift in that earth breath. Stay connected. Exhale, release, send her some love. This time, inhale and roll all to stand. Exhale at the top. Inhale, extend the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart as you fold back over the legs. Bend the knees, come in contact, and inhale, draw the energy up. Exhale, press it back down. Inhale, roll to stand, matching the unfurling with the inhale. Exhale to release at the top. One more time. Once you arrive at the top, go ahead and take a moment here. If your eyes aren't already closed, I invite you to do so. Just check in, notice what there is to notice. And we're gonna find our nice, strong mountain pose. So do all the things. Notice where the feet are, find softness in the knees, lengthen the tailbone to the floor, and bring those shoulder blades onto the back with the palms facing forward. We're going to come into a tree pose. So begin to shift the weight into the left foot. And if balance is something that you're working on, maybe just peel the right heel off of the earth. If you'd like to take it further, you can kickstand right foot to left inner leg. Maybe bring the sole of the foot to the calf or draw it up into the inner thigh. Wherever you are, find a drishti or a focus point in front of you. Bring your gaze and soften it there. And if it feels right, I'd like you to bring your hands to your heart center. With your hands in prayer position, begin to press the palms together, engaging in through the arms and across the chest. Connect with the energy between the sole of the foot and the earth. See if you can draw the breath up from the earth through the body to the crown. And see if you can press the energy back down to her with your exhale. Take a couple more rounds of breath just like that. With your next breath in, we're going to bring that right knee up and thigh parallel to the earth. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. We're just going to find a high lunge. Make all the adjustments that you'd like to make. If you need to widen your base, walk that left foot out toward the left, giving your pelvis a little more space. Your hands can stay at heart center, or they can be at your hips. They can even be on that top left thigh. I'd like you to inhale and float the arms out and up to the sky.
And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping the heart shining forward, bring your body into a diagonal from that right heel through the pelvis, back of body, through the fingertips. Really loading up that front leg. Inhale, bring the hands back up over the hips. Exhale, flow the body to that diagonal. Inhale, lift. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, lift, pausing here. Exhale, cactus shape. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift the arms high again. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips, stepping that right foot forward to meet the left. Then shake it out a little bit. We're going to move on to the other side. Finding that mountain pose. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Starting by peeling the left heel off of the mat. And then choosing your tree pose. Kickstand, calf, or inner thigh. Bringing the hands at heart center, starting to press the palms into one another and engaging through the arms and the chest. Just like before, drawing the breath, the energy of the earth through the sole of the foot on the inhale through the body. Exhaling, pressing it back down. Got 2 more rounds of breath here. With your next inhale, we're going to lift the left knee up. Thigh will be parallel to the earth. As you exhale, step that left foot to the back of the mat to find your high lunge. Just taking a moment to check in here. Notice how the low back is feeling, that back knee is feeling. Make all the adjustments so that this posture works for you. And then we'll inhale to flow the arms out and up to the sky. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart, find that diagonal shape between that back left heel all the way to those fingertips. Really loading the weight into that front right leg. Inhale, lift the arms back overhead. Exhale, hinge, find the diagonal. Inhale, flow it up. Exhale, bring it forward. One more time, inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lifting and pausing here. Exhale, find that cactus shape in the arms. One more round of breath in and out. Inhale, return the hands high to the sky. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart in prayer. And then we're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right. Shake it out. We're going to end our practice, end our standing portion of practice with 3 more earth breaths. So find that mountain pose. Inhale, flow the arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, an earth breath. Draw the energy. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, roll to stand. Exhale, release at the top. Inhale again, lift up. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, exhale.
Inhale, roll to stand. Exhale, let it go at the top. And last one. Once you arrive at the top, just give yourself a moment or two. Check in with that physical body, the spiritual and emotional body. And we'll blink the eyes open if they're closed. We'll make our way to seat. Let's inhale, flow the arms up. Exhale, lead with the heart. Once you come into that forward fold, heel toe your feet out to the right and the left, about hip-ish width apart or maybe a little wider. Then bring the heels in and the toes out. We'll take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, begin to bend at the knees as you lower the bum down toward the floor, bringing the torso up into your yogi squat or malasana. See, if your heels don't meet the floor, that's okay. You can always roll up a blanket and put it underneath your heels also. Once you find whatever is working for you, see if you can bring your hands to the heart and then squeezing the triceps with your knees and then creating this force between the palms. And all of that engagement may allow you to find that line of energy from the tailbone through the crown of the head. You can close your eyes here if you wish. Breathing up and down that line of energy in the body. Take one more round of breath in and out. We'll release the hands to the back of the mat all the way down so that we can gently lower our bum. Hey, that's enough. The puppies are very excited. Bringing the soles of the feet to the floor, we're gonna lower our back down. This is my puppy shocks. So you can do so by holding onto the backs of the thighs and rolling back down, however you wanna get there. And we're gonna kind of start the way that, we're gonna end the way that we started. So with the knees bent, the soles of the feet on the mat, and the palms face down on the earth. See if you can drop into that connection between you and her right away. We'll come back to that breath. See if you can allow each exhale to soften an area of the body. As your body continues to melt into the shape, take a moment to do a scan across the physical body, taking note of any areas of tension or stress, of ache, sadness. If you come to these areas, See if you can send it a little extra breath, a little extra love. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. And slowly start to bring your awareness back into the body. Draw in a deeper breath. Finding movement in the hands and the feet. And rolling to one side or the other. Let the head rest on the bottom arm. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Take a moment here, again, noticing this solid foundation of the earth beneath you. And then with your eyes closed or your gaze soft, you can start to press yourself up into a seated shape. When you arrive at the top as best as you can, keep your attention turned inward. And before we close this time together, I just would like to share with you an excerpt of a poem by Joy Harjo called Remember. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Let's bring our hands in front of our hearts. Rub the palms, bring some heat and warmth to the skin, a little energy. And then resting the heel of the hands over the eyes, allowing us to seal in our practice and letting compassion for ourselves wash down over the body. And when that feels complete, bringing the hands back to the heart. I want to thank you for practicing on Earth Day. I'm so honored that you spent your time here, and namaste.